I play the game with no timeouts. You ride my wave, you're getting wiped out. Big mistakes get wiped out. I spot you like a lighthouse. Watch your moves like a night owl. On a full moon, wolves gon' howl. Can't bounce back, no rebounds. I show up like me how. Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Tip Off. I am your host, Iceman the Eskimo. Y'all know I always come and do these shows with some info. Y'all know I'm talking about the one draft pick that everyone does not like and think this might have been the worst pick ever, especially for this draft. Thought we could have got somebody better. None only than the Ben Saraf. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Israel, you heard? So I'm talking about Ben and see if he really is the worst pick. If he is the worst pick for this draft. Because I've been looking up some things and I found some interesting things. You know what I'm saying? And y'all see who I got on my panel right now. If the rest of the fellas pull up, I'm not sure if they're going to pull up, but I got, the one and only Notorious on the panel with me right now. You heard? You know what I'm saying? We finna talk about this today. You know what I mean? You still there, Joey? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm here. What's good? Hello? Yo, Ice.
Yo.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Yeah, I can hear you now, yeah. All right. You ain't chopped cheesing?
Nah, I'm chilling.
All right. So let me get these stats out because everybody can pull up yet. But what I found out about this dude, that the dude really got some skills though. He really got some skills, Joey. I don't know. I'm gonna talk about it and you let me know what you think when I give you these numbers. I'm gonna have to run the numbers back down, right? So it says when I looked it up, I'm gonna just go over what he accomplished. He has been a member of the Israel national U16 teams. He played at the 22 European U16 championship. He played at the 2024 European 18 championship. He was named the 2024 European 18 championship MVP. He led the 24 European 18 championship in scoring 28 points per game, 4 steals. I'm going to get to those stats. Named the European 18 tournament all-team. And it says led the 22 European 16 championship in scoring with 24 points again. And he's named the European 22 U16 all-tournament team. Now I'm going to go to these numbers, right? Saraf averaged 28 points leading the tournament. He averaged 4 steals per game in leading the tournament in that category. He also averaged 5 assists, 5.3 assists and 5 rebounds. And he also had 2 40-point games, one during the round. It says one round of the 16 and the other in the semifinals. He dropped 40. You know what I mean? They say even though he did all that brilliance, their team finished 4th in the standings. And it says that what else? He was the MVP 28, 21. All right. So right, the 2025 it says the 2025 FIBA Euro basketball 2025 qualifiers. He only averaged 8 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists per game. So I'm gonna go back from 21 though. U16 he averaged 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the 2022 and 2024 is where he started moving up. 24 points, 6 rebounds, basically 7, 4 assists, and 24 he averaged 28, 5, and 5. So it just seems like it just seems like somewhere in between Last year in this summer league, like he dropped off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't keep up the same scoring averages and the same rebounds and the same assists. But knowing all that now, are we missing something with Saraf? What you think?
Me personally, I just want to say this real quick. I didn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the pick, but I'm not a Ben Saraf basher, bro. Like, you know that from the other panels. I remember we was talking. Dudes was talking about he's the seventh best man on it on the Israel team, and I'm like, hold on, just because y'all don't like the pick doesn't mean that Ben Saraf hasn't put the work in to be here, bro. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, and you just ran down his numbers. You just ran down his portfolio. So, to act like he hasn't put the work in, to act like he doesn't have the potential is crazy. Like, granted, like I'm gonna say again, I don't like the pick, but I'm not gonna sit up here and talk too soon and write the dude off. Um, Granted, he had a little drop off, but you know what I mean. He has shown a consistent trajectory of going up since being a young player. You know what I mean. He's still very young, but since being very 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 young, he's shown an upward trajectory. So, and even when he fell off a little bit, the numbers were still solid. They were still very very good numbers. So, um, I'm not going to write him off a summer league, bro. I'm not going to do it. I mean, because we sitting here talking about summer league, and Jalen Wilson freaking won co MVP of summer league, and then we thought he was going to take a significant jump, and then after last season, a lot of Nets fans aren't too high on Wilson anymore. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So it's just Ben Saraf is still young. He's still a very very raw canvas. Still a lot of upside there, and I'm not going to write the kid off just yet. Did I want him at that pick? Absolutely not. I didn't want to pick him, but again, I'm not going to write him off, and I'm not going to act like he hasn't put the work in to be here, like some
No,
people
no,
are.
fact. So in summer league, they're gonna run those numbers: 11 points, 3 assists, and the other one was 7.6 assists. Right, like you said, like I don't like his game. There's something about his game that I don't like. But I said I know this dude can ball. The way that he plays, I didn't watch enough film to know that he's a good player. I just don't like him. And the pick, like you said, I didn't want him either. You know what I'm saying? Just because I didn't like his style. Now, because I didn't like his style doesn't mean that I'm not gonna say he's not a good player, because you know what I'm saying? My eyes don't lie, Joey. They don't lie to me. When I see it, I'm just like, I personally is just
No,
not a
you
fan.
right. You right. I'm the same way. You right. I didn't like the archetype. I don't like the
Right.
archetype. Um, I think I mean, I like his size. He just. I mean, he has good basketball IQ, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he does one thing like elite to me. Like he's not a great shooter.
Right.
Um, I mean, like, what is he good at? Like, what is his go to? Like, what is Ben Saraf very very good at? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
Do you
saying.
know?
I haven't figured that out yet. And maybe that's it. Watching, you don't see something that really like stands out and be like, all right, this is why they actually, you know what I'm saying? This I could work with this player right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like this because he
I,
can
I
do
I
this.
mean, I like his size. I like the size. He seems big guard. I get it, but I don't know. He just does this. He's a little bit crafty, but he's not that athletic. He's not that good of a shooter.
Right.
Um, it's just nothing that really jumps out to me when I watch Ben Saraf play. Now, granted, I mean, he may take a jump. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
he seems like he knows how to play the game, but it's like when I'm watching him, I'm like, yo, this guy's a great shooter, or like, yo, this guy's a good athlete, or yo, this guy is a floor general. Like, I can't pinpoint like what archetype he is.
Right. and that's what. And Joey, you saying that now, that's probably why I was just like something about him that I just can't rock with. Like I just don't know what it is. But when you say that, it's like I couldn't find the thing that he's good at, so I could be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, like yeah, we got Sarab, and he gonna be like this. You know what I'm saying? This is his. I don't got that with him. But when I read those numbers, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about Luca and FIBA and all these guys in FIBA, and he was over here killing FIBA basketball. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he could really fucking hoop, averaging 30. Well, I forget the numbers.
You
You know what
you
I'm
know what
saying?
it is. You know what it is with Saraf too. I want to say this real quick. So
Uh
I see that when he was playing over there, he didn't really have a lot of pressure. Like he had a lot of room to do what he wanted to do. Like
huh.
he wasn't really getting pressed like that. I think the speed of the game over here is bothering him.
Uh
I
huh.
think the athleticism and the strength and the size of the players over here are bothering him. So again, he's still very young. Maybe these are some things that he will adapt to and grow to
Hmm.
be able to overcome. You feel me? Because we got to understand that too. He's still a kid. He's still very young. He's still very raw. He's still growing. You feel me? And on top of that, the NBA is a much
Yeah.
faster, aggressive game than the Euro League. So he's going to have to adjust. Now, will he adjust and
Right.
thrive? That is yet to be seen. That's going to be the question that's going to be answered. That needs to be answered. So yeah.
That's facts. Yeah, that's facts. Because yeah, 28 points. That's crazy. 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Like yo, you know what I mean? Like them some numbers. Them some good numbers. And like I said, he just turned 19. You know what I'm saying? So he did that in the
Mhm.
2 years. He did that in 2 years, and he just had a bad last season in 25. You know what I mean? He just turned 19 before the draft. So like you say, he's still young. He still got time to adjust, and I do think that I said most of the players that came from overseas said the speed of the game is crazy, even in summer league, and they said adjusting to it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different game for them, a whole different feel, and like you said, those things might be bothering him, but knowing that he had these numbers in his bag and then coming over here tells you, like you said, like he's got potential to do something. Will he do it and adjust? You know what I'm saying? We just gotta wait and see. But having those numbers at less than 18 and playing with, like you said, in a grown league as well too, like that's tough. I think some fans overlooking him. You know what I'm saying, and thinking he's not a good player. Like player one said, it was a bad pick because who the Nets drafted already, but he's not a bad player at all. I don't think he's a bad player either. And
No,
I
he's
think
not. He's not. I think he's a I think when I look at Ben Saraf, he could become like a Swiss Army knife. Like I said, nothing really jumps out off the page when I watch him, but you could see the upside. You know what I mean? You could see
yeah,
the upside when you look at him play. And again, like all these guys are raw canvases, bro. All these guys are going to be, um, you're going to be, you is going to have to put the work in. You know, Yegor, Trayor. I mean, everybody wants guys that's going to come in and be the savior, and that's not the case. Like these guys are still very young. They still have very raw talent. They still need to be molded, and they still need to earn their stripes in the NBA and learn and earn their way and get in the rhythm and get comfortable in playing in this league.
they're facts. Because I looked up a lot of things. His comp is D'Angelo Russell, and the other comp is Manu Ginobili, and they said his shooting is not like D'Lo's yet, but he has a similar play style. And then they was like, when he goes to the cup and he creates his passes and gets downhill, is a Ginobili type style of game that he has. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and I
Because
seen that, and I know.
he yeah, because he looks more comfortable. He's not super athletic, super fast. He plays with pace and a little bit of craftiness, and he looks more comfortable shooting middies than he does finishing around the rim. It's the same way
Yeah.
with D'Lo because they're not super. They're not super. They don't have a super bag around the rim. They're not super athletic to finish strong, but they finish in with their craftiness and they finish in the mid range. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I see that comp, and I also see it with Ginobili. The thing is, D'Lo can shoot the three ball. I mean, he's
Right.
streaky at times. Saraf's three ball looks horrible. Like I
Right.
don't he looks his shot looks more. It looks better with him shooting minis than it does with him shooting 3-pointers. He looks
Yeah.
awkward shooting 3-pointers to me.
Facts. That's facts. Yeah, because I seen the Ginobili comp. I like Ginobili. I had to go back and watch Ginobili, and immediately, as soon as I turned it on, I said, "Oh shit!" Now I see why they say that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, craftiness, and then I seen him throw a behind the head pass. You know what I'm saying, to a wing. I'm like, "Oh, okay." He
But
got something in his
but
bag. You know what I'm saying?
you see with guys like him and D'Lo and Ginobili, excuse me, they have to adjust to the NBA more. It's a harder for them to adjust than they are players who are like Ant-Man and players who are athletes because
Right.
they don't have that athleticism and that speed. So they have to pay with pace, space, and they have to use their craftiness. You feel what I'm saying? And they
Yeah.
can't let people speed them up. You feel me? Because that's their game. Their game is not, they're not super explosive. So their game is going to be based off of them being crafty, them playing with pace, and you know what I mean, and them just being able to not let people speed them up and still be able to get to their spots and in the mid range and be able to finish.
You know, that's facts because that's how his game is. You know what I'm saying? The more I watch, the more I start to understand what it is and why fans be like, I understand, like Player One said, the two picks, but then I understand him because he's kind of different. He has a little bit of a bag. You know what I'm saying? He just not, like you say, not athletic, but he is crafty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
So
you look at D'Lo, Monopoly, and Saraf. They would rather shoot a mid range than go to the rack and finish at the rack. They're those type
right,
of players. They would rather shoot the mid range, stop and shoot and pop and shoot the mid range, than go all the way and get and lay the ball up and take some contact, or you know what I mean? Because they're not super strong finishers like that.
right,
Because they're not super strong athletes. You feel me?
yeah,
So
no,
they get over with their craftiness.
facts. That's a fact right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, fans. I think fans being too hard on them right now. I think, you know what I'm saying, they gotta listen to the podcast. Me and Notorious chopping it up. They gotta do some research for themselves and see, like, this dude he's no scrub, bro. He's not a scrub. He just ain't have a good summer league. What summer league don't really matter. It's just to show you what they got. He really ain't have a good showcasing, you know what I'm saying, of the skills. But if you go back and watch him and look at the shit that I just read off, bro, like, the dude really can hoop. Like Player
Because
One said.
fans think that these guys are just going to come in and just hit it out the park and hit the floor running and just no, it doesn't work like that, bro. It
Right,
doesn't work like that. All these rookies going to go through growing pains. All of them got pros and cons. All of them are going to have to work on those cons. I mean, and that's going to happen through time and player development and them just learning the game, learning the speed of the game, and getting comfortable with their you know what I mean, with their skill set and and learning new skill sets. So, I mean, again, like yeah, I didn't like what I saw in summer league, but I'm not going to take that as the say all be all and just like fucking shit on Ben Saraf. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's just me.
right, facts. Now, our fans is not liking it at all. But like Player One said, he's 6'6", 200. Like, I don't think people understand. Cooper Flag is only 205, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Flag is only 205 pounds. And them being the youngest, he just turned in 19. Like, at 19, bro, just turning 19, and you
How
two.
tall is Cooper Flag?
Cooper is basically the same height as Ace Bailey, 6'6", fucking
So,
7, with shoes on, 6'9", 6'8", six
so Ben
nine.
Saraf is around their size. Then he not too. He about a. I mean, as far as weight, he around there, and He's not too much shorter than them.
Nope. Like that's what you say. He's a big guard, like a big point. Yo, a big point guard like that. That's crazy, right? At that young age, so he can get bigger. You know what I'm saying? He could add more weight if he wants to. You know what I'm saying? And he could be a problem as far as running point or
I
even
feel
at
like the
two.
Nets is trying to find this. They trying to find this Luca Arch type, like type guard. You know what I mean? Like big,
Yeah,
6'6", 6'7", somebody that's not who got good basketball IQ and could run the team and and still score the basketball and
yeah,
can play the point guard at like a big size like 6'6", 6'7". You know,
yeah.
um, I mean because you got Yegor too. What's Yegor 6'8"? Is he 6'8", 6'9"?
Yeah, 6'8", 6'9". Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That nigga's big as hell.
Yeah, so you don't think about it, and then you see, you know what I'm saying? Like you see Sarab and Trayor. I think Trayor 6'5". He's either six
Trayor
four,
6'5"?
6'5".
I just
Yeah.
Trayor was like 6'3".
Nah, he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So they went with some height, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't even myself not liking the pick. I didn't as a point guard or a shooting guard like 6'6". That's solid. If he runs point at times and being 6'6", that's tough. You know what I'm
We
saying?
they I mean it's not about the height. Fans didn't like the redundant I swear the redundant skill set. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or the redundant position. I that's what I think it is. I think it is
It
like, hey,
is.
you didn't pick a guy like Rasheed Fleming or
Right.
somebody like that, or you could have got another wing around around there in the draft.
Right. You could have. I thought so too. Too
Because I
much.
mean Ben Saraf is tall, but yeah, I mean it's a different size from a Ben Saraf size than it is a Rasheed Fleming size. Like
Yeah.
Rasheed
Yes.
Rasheed Fleming got the height and he got the weight. You know what I mean?
Yes. Six
So
nine 240.
yeah, so that's a grown man
Yo.
right there. Like that's a man child. You know, so
Facts.
I mean he and his body wise, not saying mentally, but by physically, he's physically ready to play in the NBA right now with that arch type. You
Yeah,
know.
he's Ben Simmons size, bro. You see what Ben
Yeah.
looked like? That's what size he is. That's crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying? And
know.
Ben didn't get that. Ben didn't get to that size till later.
Facts.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So he's already like that when he was like a junior in college or sophomore in
Mm-hmm.
college or something like that. That's crazy. That is a man child, bro. Because Ben took some time to get to that side. Like he already there. You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
he get any bigger, bro, like you gonna have a serious problem with that dude. You know what I'm saying? Being that big and that built. You know what I'm saying? At that height, that's tough.
But
That's tough.
but to answer your question, like what this stream is all about. To me
Mhm.
personally, I think it's too early. The verdict is out too early on if Ben Saraf was you know what
A
I
bad
mean,
pick.
a bad draft pick. You know what I mean? It's too early, man. Like, I mean, I know people don't want to hear that, and they want to base everything off summer league, and I mean, let's be fair. A lot of a lot of guys, excuse me, a lot of Nets fans didn't like the pick to begin with, so they're going to put Ben under a microscope, right?
Yeah,
He's going to
yeah,
be put
facts.
under a microscope from jump. As soon as he doesn't perform or he doesn't play good, the talking heads are going to be out. And we got our first scoop of that when he played in the summer league. And it's going
Oh
to
yeah.
happen throughout the season. And when he shits the bed and he's not performing, and it's going to people like, see, I told you we shouldn't have picked him. I told you we shouldn't have picked him. This, that, and the third. He's trash. Listen, it's a development year. He's a rookie. He is a rookie, guys. The man is what, like 21 years old? 2021?
Yeah, facts.
Like, come
Yeah.
on.
He's 19. He's 19.
He's
He turned
19.
19.
Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, he turned 19 on draft night. Oh well, right before the draft, he turned
All,
19.
all I'm saying is, man, it's like when you don't like something, you wait to complain about it. So with that being said, a lot of fans didn't like the Ben Saraf pick, so they're waiting to complain about him. So anytime he doesn't do well, they're gonna let the world know about it. You know.
Yeah, player one said Jaeger is officially 6'8" barefoot. You know what I mean? So he like with shoes, he like 6'10" for real. 6'9" and a half, 6'10". But yeah, you're right, Joey. Everybody gonna complain about it. They already complaining about it. Um, for me, when I watch, see, I don't watch summer league to see who plays the best or nothing like that. I look for when I watch summer league, I'm looking to see the skill set. Does he show anything of what he's capable of doing, right? And when everybody was talking about when he gets downhill, hit the spin move. That's a little bit of his craftiness. He does that a lot in the Euro League. So he hits the little right to left crossover. You know what I'm saying? Get you off balance a little bit, whatever side. He can go right to left or left to right with it. And he can spin either way when he gets to the paint. And he used that a lot. And like you said, when he gets there, he can go to the midi or he passes. So to me, seeing that, I'm like, all right, at least he can drive by people. He can get by people. Everyone says he looks like he got the ball on a string, which I really don't think he got a ball on a string like that, but he does have, like you said, craftiness. He could just do little things with the rock and get where he needs to go at. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm gonna take back what I said. I'm not gonna say that he don't got handle. I think Ben Saraf can handle the ball. However, I think the speed of the game and the speed and the physicality of the players that's guarding him is making his handle look a little bit suspect because he's uncomfortable with that. You feel me? I think once he gets comfortable with the speed of the game and comfortable with the physicality, he'll look a lot better handling the ball. Because I think it's like he's crafty. I think his dare is just that it's just like when you was a little kid, right? You figure like, damn, my handle is all right. I'm pretty good. Like I can handle the ball, I can handle the rock. And then you start playing with grown men that's bigger and faster than you. And then they start putting that body on you, pause, and being a little more physical with you, and you start getting the ball tank, and you like, damn, what the hell? Like, he's like, you start, you don't start to get it until you start playing with grown men more and more, and then you like, yo, I gotta push off a little bit. I gotta stand my ground. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta be strong. I can't just let them bully me out of the ball. You know what I mean? I can dribble the ball. I just got to be a little bit more assertive and aggressive and not let them bully me. So I think it's the same type of shit with Ben.
Yeah, and the facts. You make a good point though, because you gotta go back to the drawing board once you think you handle a certain way and you go out and play against other people. You like, hold up, like you said, you're like, hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, in the neighborhood, I'm getting by. I'm getting by people, you know what I'm saying? I might get a little crossover here and there, you know what I'm saying? And then to go out and be like, hold on, bro, I got to go back to the drawing board and get right. But yeah, I did hear that people think he does have the ball on the string. I don't really think so. I just think his handle is tight. It's neat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Close to the body. You don't dribble too far out. You know what I'm saying? Got those small ivers and crossover, nothing big, just something quick. You know what I'm saying? Depending on he attack your feet. You know what I'm saying? And he gets downhill. And that's what I look for in summer league. Never mind the points and never mind the assists. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even looking at. You know what I'm saying? I don't look for that. That's not how you know what I'm saying, I judge players when they're in the summer league. I'm just looking for that skill. What does he do? And he try to get downhill a lot. Sometimes he got stopped, like you said, like bigger bodies pushing against some paws and kind of figure that out, the speed of the game. And I'm like, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? But when I seen him get by somebody, like, at least he can get by somebody. Like Jaeger struggled to get by somebody until I watched film and seen how he was getting by people. You know what I'm saying? Off ball, he was more getting by people than on ball. So then I start to understand, okay, off ball is where he does his magic and his work at. You know what I'm saying? Ben Saraf on ball was, you know what I'm saying, where he was doing his damage at overseas, you know what I'm saying, with the crossover and the space and like you're saying. So it's kind of understanding the player and what they need to work on when they come over here, because a lot of those things ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, it's gonna be they all a work in progress. Like I said, they all gonna be a work in progress, man. And you don't get better unless you play you play against people who's better than you. It's the same
That's
thing.
a
Like,
fact.
and you know what? This is all about development. Granted, they got Yegor, the worst point guard in the NBA. I mean, I'll take it. I get it. He's a rookie. He was the eighth pick. You know, most of the point guards were either been in the league for a while or stars or whatever. They've been solid starting point guards for a minute. And you know
Right.
what? He's a raw canvas, so I get it. But he's going to, you know, he's going to have to, you know, learn through that. You know, he's going to have to learn through that, and you only learn by playing against um you know, people who are better than you, and going through it. You got to go through it to get to
People
it.
who
So
better.
yeah, so I mean, this year we should have no problem doing that. Let the kids play. We should have no problem worrying about if we tanking or not, because it would be organic. Because if you let the kids play, it will become an organic tank regardless. Because we don't expect none of these kids to go out there and if he can make the playoffs for us. So just go
No.
out there
Right.
and let the kids play and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, facts. You're right. I'm not expecting to win a lot of games either. And I'm not expecting these dudes to go out there and look like no superstar. But I am expecting at least one of them, whoever plays, will one of them will stand out more than the rest, and it's going to shock the fans which one does. That's what I think. Someone's skill set is going to work quicker than the rest. You know what I'm saying? And once it does, then you're going to start to see how fans react to a certain pick. You know what I mean? Because if Saraf ends up going to the G League and then he gets calls up to adjust and he balls out and he starts scoring like he was for the U18, U19, and he puts up a good 20 or, you know what I'm saying, 15, whatever he puts up. And like you said, like all the judgment from him being, we don't even like that. We should have took somebody else. And then he starts hooping. That's going to change a lot of people's minds about this dude, bro. Or anybody like Trayor or Yegor, if he plays off ball and he running, you know what I'm saying, point forward like how Ben runs, and he start showing his skills from there and not necessarily at point guard, it's going to change a lot of people's minds about these players. You know how they view players. He's a big point guard. He can't do this. He can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And like I explained on Breezy's podcast with Yegor, like, bro, he's better off ball, and he operated from there. Like, he could bring the ball up, but like Pa was saying yesterday, like, Hugo was more of the point guard. Diego was named the point guard, but Hugo was bringing the ball up all the time, and Diego was off ball. So once they got to half court, they would swing it to him. You know what I'm saying? And he would use a jab step, or, you know what I'm saying, like how people close out, and he would get by and get downhill and start passing the ball, dunking the ball from there. He wouldn't, if he was running point, he would do a little small crossover and pull the three. You know what I'm saying, off the dribble. So that's how he was operating. It wasn't necessarily like point guard like people be thinking. And that's why he said that about himself. I'm not going to necessarily call myself a point guard. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a wing connector because that's how he was playing. But since they tried him at BYU at point guard, you know what I'm saying? That's what he figured they was going, you know what I'm saying, make him try to be is a point guard when he's really not. He's a point forward.
Right. Right. I can see that. I can see them using him in that capacity. Um, See, the thing is, like, that's why Yegor has to get more comfortable with his ball handling, because you can't like really stick him at point guard, and
Right.
you can, but it'll kind of be like a hybrid type thing. Like, yeah, like you said, well, yeah, you the point guard, but you're not bringing the ball up. Like, bro, how you the point guard if they don't want you to bring the ball? Like, I don't understand. Like, so
Right.
that that means to tell me like, yo, we love your basketball IQ. We think you make quick, smart decisions with the ball, nice, crisp passes, but your handle is suspect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
I think like he knows he got to work on that, because
Yeah.
that's going to open up so much more things for him when he's going to look like the floor general that we know he can be once he is comfortable with handling that ball and being able to handle physicality and being comfortable with dribbling the ball and pushing the pace. You know what I mean? So it makes you even more of a threat when, yeah, you could go ahead and throw that outlet pass and get it up the court, but it's also good that you can take the ball and dribble the ball and push pace and get up the court as well. So you got to be able to do both. You know, it's like, yeah, he can make
Right.
the right
No.
outlet passes and do all of that, but can he push the pace? No, he can't because we don't believe in his handle like that.
Right. Right. He can't really push the pace like that. He ain't that fast. He ain't that fast. So, you know what I'm saying? Like now, so like I said, the more we talk about this, the more I understand the difference in the players. Like Saraf, big point guard, he can play two guard, crafty. Trayor, fast. You know what I'm saying? First step is unreal. Unreal. He don't got a bag like that. But I get the Tony Parker comp, and they had Tyrese Maxey and De'Aaron Fox as a comp for him too, which was like, to me, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, Trayor has three comps like that, and they all kind of fast point guards. But I noticed that he has a pull up, he has a floater, you know what I'm saying, the midi, the three. You know what I'm saying? He could do a lot of things. He just ain't crafty. So I don't know if he's gonna get crafty with it. He's gotta get he's gotta add some muscle to him. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see what
He
he
doesn't
does.
have a bad shot. His shot is not bad. I like his shooting form. The I mean, yeah, he's not super crafty, but he can get to the rim, and because
Oh
he's
yeah,
so fast, you know what I mean, and he could get to his spots, you know, and it's hard to trap him or really put pressure on him like it is with the other ones because he's so quick, you know.
right.
So but yeah, I think you know, he could get to the rim, but it's just about he's another one being able. He has to put on some weight because Trey always like 185.
Yeah, something
Um,
like that.
yeah, he's like 6'4", 6'5", but he's like a buck 85, man. He's under two
Yeah,
hundred pounds.
yeah,
Um, he's gonna have to be able to he get to the rack, but he's gonna be able. He's got to learn how to finish, and he's got to learn how to finish through contact. And it's cool. I mean, you could get to the rim, but can you finish and can you finish through contact when you get there? That's the thing,
yeah,
and that's going to be his hurdle, I think, and that and you know sharpening up his jumper. I like what I see from the jumper, but it could be a little sharper. But as far as him getting to his spots, man, and him getting to the rim and breaking down the defense, he has the speed to do that. You know,
yeah. No facts. Like you said, summer league for him. Seeing his first step was amazing. You didn't get to see the midi. You seen a little bit of the three, but getting to the cup, I realized I be thinking sometimes that he was going too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like too fast and just messing up his layups at times. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to finish like you're saying. So I think, like you're saying, adding some weight, being able to slow down once he gets to the cup and use the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Get more finesse with it. You know what I'm saying? At the rim, I think that's something he's gonna have to work on. So I got
right?
Drake
But you know why
Powell.
he's going so fast is because first of all, he's not that big, so he's trying to hurry up and beat. He's not trying to take on the blunt of any contact. He's just trying to blur by you and hurry up and beat you there.
Right.
So he's going so fast to do that. Sometimes he messes himself up. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like if he could just slow it down a little bit and get a little bit more control and get a little bit physical as far as him being able to get to the rim fast, but still being under control and being able to take a little bit of contact and finishing, he gonna be a
Right.
problem.
Facts. That's who I think is going to be the like one of the standout players. I think Trayor will once he figures out everything. I think he'll be a standout player for us. You know what I'm saying? Get a shot down, get to the rim because you can't once he get a step. Watching his film, it's like 0 to a million. You know what I'm saying? It's not. He don't
Facts.
even have a mid speed. It's like he take that first step and he's just like 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, a lot of people always say you can't teach height and you can't teach size. You can't teach speed either, bro. You either got that
Nah,
type of speed or you don't. You know what I
right.
mean? And he's blessed with it. So that's something he got to use to his advantage.
Yeah, facts. He does. I'm gonna run down Drake Powell because I ain't really had too much to talk about. But I'm gonna talk about these dudes right now anyway. Drake Powell, high school, because college he didn't get a chance to really. He got messed up. You know what I'm saying? Messing with his time. Didn't know how to really use Drake Powell. Him and Ian Jackson, and he still made the first round. We picked him up. Some people thought we could have waited. I thought we could have waited and got him where we got Saraf at 26. But some people think it was fine where he got drafted at 22. You know what I mean? So, and I just found out him and Vince Carter has the same vertical of 43 inches. You know what I'm saying? So the dude can jump. He just looks different, but he can jump. But he averaged as a junior, it says basically 19.7 rebounds, 4 assists as a junior. And his senior, he averaged 18 points, 8 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block, bro, in high school. You know what I'm saying? Um, like we haven't got to see him yet, but he's getting a lot of comparisons to what's the I forget the other dude name on Herb Jones. You get a lot of comparisons to Herb Jones and people like that saying 3-and-D wing. You know what I'm saying? I know he has a little bit of bag to him. He's got a little bit of offense to him. He's aggressive on defense. You know what I'm saying? So I think fans want to see him, anxious to see him a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's gonna make it this season, playing, or he's gonna go to the G. But in college, he only averaged 7 points, almost 1 steal, almost 1 block, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. You know what I mean? And he shot for 39% from three, 38% from three. You know what I'm saying? And 56% from 56% from the field, basically from 2 point. Um he has a 48% average. So like his stats is decent for college. And he really didn't get an opportunity because they was playing around with his time and stuff like that. So having Drake, I'm not sure where Drake is going to end up. If he's going to stay in the NBA, if he's going down to the G for development. Most of these guys, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But with him having a vertical like that, what you think about Drake having the same vertical as Vince Carter, bro?
Yeah, I really like Drake Powell, man. Like I forget who said it on Breeze's pod, but I don't know if it was Pod or somebody else, but we haven't had a lot of athletes, you
Right.
know what I mean, in quite some time in Brooklyn, and Drake is an all-around athlete. I think he's one of these guys that can really, once he gets it together, he's going to be able to affect the game on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensive wise. High motor, high athleticism, high vertical. You know what I mean? Again, he's another one. His shot got to get a little, got to work on that. But once he gets comfortable, I feel like he could be a very, very good two-way player that can be affecting a lot of winning basketball in Brooklyn. I like the pick. I was high on Drake Powell, man, and when I watch him play basketball, I like his tenacity. I like that he looked like he's going out, like he's trying to go out there and get it. Like he's not a lazy kid.
Yeah.
But I like the pick, man. I hope it works out for us, man. Like I said, we don't have too many athletes, and he's definitely an athlete. And excited to see what he does on the court.
Yeah, definitely. 43-inch vertical. Keon got a 48-inch vertical. Like, yo, he talking about dudes that jump out the gym. You know what I mean? They jump out the gym. Like you said, we ain't had too many guys like that, and Keon and him You know what I'm saying? The only dudes that really got like straight verticals like that. We got a lot of
Facts.
layup
How
dudes.
many
You
times?
know what
How
I
many?
mean?
When the last time we had a Nets player who was just nasty and just so athletic and fast and just had a high vert who could just go to the rack and just yam it on somebody at will. You know what I mean?
Right,
We never
right.
had that type of capable player in a long time, bro. So it's exciting. You know what I mean? On some
Hell yeah.
Showtime type shit. You know?
Yeah. Lob threat. He's definitely they threw him some lobs in Carolina for sure. They see him on a break. They looking for him. You know what I'm saying? And he make it look easy because his arms is long. You know what I'm saying? And it looks effortless. You know what I'm saying? It looks effortless when he jumps. But 43-inch vertical, Vince Carter. They said Keon's is up there with Jordan, and I forget who else. They said Jordan had a 48-inch vertical, and
Do you know
somebody
what's
else.
so crazy about Keon? Don't even look that big, bro. What is he like 6'3"?
Yeah, I think Keon is 6'3".
He's not
Let me
even
look it
like
up.
no 6'6" type of guy like Drake Powell. Like Keon is he's like as far as NBA standards for guards, he's on the smaller side, you know?
He is.
Yeah, so that's crazy though. That's freaking crazy.
Well, they say Keon 6'5".
Oh, is he? Damn, he is
Yeah, they say he's
6'5".
6'5".
Damn. He looks small.
Hold
He
on,
looks
what?
smaller than that. Okay.
185. 6'5", 185.
Okay.
That I ain't know that either. I thought he was like 6'3" too. Yo.
He's 6'5". That's what's up. Shit, he looked like he about the same height as Cam Thomas.
Right, like right.
When I be seeing him on the court, so
Yeah,
that's
he's probably just
crazy.
look his frame. That's probably his frame, and he ain't got no real muscle like that. 185 at 6'5", you probably would look slim. You know what I'm
Damn, he
saying?
is 180. He under 200 too. That's crazy. Yeah, he's small.
Yeah, he 185. So you know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah, that's
what do you
probably
think about oh, did you see your boy Tyrese Martin? Said he lit it up in some some tournament or something like that. I seen it on social media. Said he had like
yeah.
30 like 40 points or some shit like that.
Yeah, Tyree's been working. I seen that it was I forget the little thing they went to, but yeah, I seen him lit it up. He been working. He been working a lot on his off dribble. I had posted something on Twitter with him working out, doing some on ball creation, on ball dunks, like going to the lane, just trying to dunk. You know what I'm saying, with the trainers trying to block shots and stuff like that. On ball creation, shooting the three, step backs. You know, he do a little step back, but he was working like everything he was doing was on ball, like you know what I'm saying, creating for himself and stuff like that. So this season, three guys got to go. I want to do another podcast about that, but three guys got to go off this roster. I don't know. I don't even know who the three guys is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but I seen him working though. Terrence Mann been working. He ain't going nowhere. He got a contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Terrence
Um,
Man ain't going nowhere.
Zaire been working. I posted Zaire workouts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he ain't going
Um,
nowhere either. Zaire gonna be here.
yeah, contracts. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think
Keon,
like you when we talk about players that might be going somewhere, possibility. We talk about like the Wilsons and the Ty Martins and the Keons and
yep,
the and
yeah,
and what's the
yep,
other kid's name? The
Timmy,
Timmys and shit like that. Yeah,
Drew Timmy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So out of them, I don't know who. Out of them, I don't know who's staying, who's going. You know what I mean? Like it's tough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what. I know the Nets looking for talent, but bro, you know what I'm saying? Like out of those four, like I said, I think Keon might be out, and I think Drew Timmy might be out. I don't know if we have
You
enough
think so?
wings.
I don't see it that way. I think Jalen Wilson is the odd man out, bro.
Jay
I think
Wills.
Jalen Wilson gonna be out before Keon. Real rap. I do. I do because I mean, here's the thing. Like, I just think Keon brings more to the table. Like, if Jalen Wilson is not stroking a three ball, what is he bringing to the table? Like, I
Yeah,
like him. Like, he goes in there. He's not the most athletic guy. He's gonna go in there and fight for rebounds, battle, try to rip balls out of guys' hands, paws. Like, I get it. He's a little gritty player, but it's kind of hard to justify him being on the floor when he not hitting his three ball, bro.
I agree with you because he can rebound a little bit, like you said, but other than that,
But it
like,
ain't that great, and his defense
yeah,
ain't that good. I don't know. That's just
yeah, he don't bring as much as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't really bring the ball up like Tyrese and Keon. You know what I
right.
mean?
But
And he
when you talk about, I mean, cut you up. But when we talk about Keon, you like, yeah, well, Keon can handle the ball. Like
right,
Keon can be a point defender. Like Keon can lock. He can clamp up. Like, and
right,
don't get it twisted. Like, yeah, he ain't the greatest shooter, but you know what? His shot got better as the season went along. So
right.
he's improved in that area too. So when you look at it, you like, well, Keon is hitting more wickets than Wilson is, though.
The facts. So is Martin, and
Yeah.
so is Timmy. You know what I mean? Like they all hit more than he does. You know what I'm saying? So you might be right. He might be the odd man out. But the reason I said Keon, right? The reason I said Keon and Timmy is because we got Wolf and we got all them guards now. So you know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. That he might be out, or they might just keep all them guards. And like you said, it might be Tyrese, it might be Jalen, and they might just keep Timmy. You know what I'm saying? Along with Wolf and Sharp and Claxton. So I was just looking at how many people was in, how many players we have at certain positions,
Yo, can
and
they
like,
get can a woman be in that category, even though he's a two-way?
yo, you could, yeah, because they could take him off the two way. They could take away his two way anytime.
And cut him, right?
Yeah, and cut him. Yeah, they could just let him go anytime.
Because he still counts towards the roster count, right? The two ways.
Uh, not so we can go to 18, right? So it's three two ways and then 15-man roster. So that we got
Okay.
15
Okay,
guys
I
and
got
then
you.
three. Yeah. So he doesn't. But you could take him off and like put like
And get
somebody else. You can
somebody
get
else
somebody.
to two-way, but it's not really affecting the 15-man set roster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah. So it can
All
work
right.
like that. I don't know if my boy Tyrese could go back on a two way. I don't know if he can go back on a two way. He
Hell
he like
nah. He got a standard deal. Tyrese ain't going, but he ain't taking no two-way deal. Fuck no. He look at the record, they crazy. I would. I'd be like, y'all tripping. That's
right.
going
You know what I'm saying?
backwards.
Give me
Yeah.
another 2 mil.
That's going backwards though. But shoot, man, I don't know. You right. Timmy is kind of looking like the odd man. I would like to keep Timmy, but he's kind of looking him, Wilson. I don't know. And you can, I guess you could. It's a coin toss between Tyrese and Keon, for real, for
Yeah.
real. But
Yep.
I think for sure Wilson and Timmy, they they kind of yeah
All right. So
would be two out of the three.
Wilson and Timmy seems like the man now for the roster cuts coming towards, you know what I'm saying, preseason. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting though. You're right. They could be. I really wasn't focusing on Wilson, but he could be one. And Timmy, like I knew I say Timmy because of Wolf. You know what I mean, really. But I would like to keep Timmy too because he's got some skills, man. Timmy got skills. And he
I don't
looked
know,
good
man.
in
A
some.
lot of Nets fans don't like Timmy, and I don't know what it is. I'm like, maybe it's because of how he looked. Maybe it's because of his game. It's not as sexy, you know.
Right.
And I don't know. I like Timmy. I mean, he's a little throwback player, but I like him because you could tell he has a good feel for the game. Yes, he's not a crazy athlete like that, and you know what I mean. He doesn't have a crazy, sexy game that translates over into the NBA. But he got good feel for the game. He finishes around the rim. He has good neck for rebounding, and I think those type of skills you gonna always need. You know what I mean? Especially
Facts.
in a big man. You know. So
Facts.
I don't mind Timmy. I don't. A lot of people don't like him. They say he's not an NBA player. I would disagree with that. I'm not saying he's a high level NBA player, but I still think he is a guy that you could find somewhere to put at the end of your roster, especially on this roster, because we don't have the strongest roster. Let's be clear on
Facts,
that. So,
facts. You
um,
heard Kendrick Perkins say like, yeah, Timmy need to be on somebody's like, you know what I'm saying, a good team's roster. You know what I'm
right, but
saying?
then people in Nets Twitter and Nets world be acting like Timmy some shit. Like, oh, Timmy is trash. He's not even NBA player. He's garbage. He did. And I'm like, yo, he's all right. He got a nice little skill set with him. Like, he's not as bad as you guys make him out to be. I don't think Timmy's
Nah,
some shit. I'm not saying
nah,
he's gonna be our savior, but I don't think he's some shit either. Like, I don't think Timmy's not a NBA player, or he can't be on an NBA
nah.
roster like some people do. That's just me.
Yeah. I think it's like what you're saying, the look, and he don't look like he don't play above the rim. You know what I'm saying? But if you wanted somebody like Queen or anybody like that, like that's where he's in the same category as them dudes. He might not be he might not have the highest ceiling like Queen or anything like that, but he plays a similar style. Turn get to the basket, he got footwork. You know what I'm saying? Crafty next to the rim. He's going to score. You know what I'm saying? He going to get rebounds. He ain't going to muscle nobody around. He's 6'10", but he's like I think Tim like 220. You know what I'm saying? He a smaller guy. He ain't get that big at 6'10", but like you said, like bro, the dude can hoop. I watched him in the G. I watched him come up here and score buckets. I watched him in summer league hand out work. You know what I'm saying? Applications everywhere
He's
for
like
a
one of
job.
those
He's handing
guys
out
that you
work.
go to the Y or the park and you judge off of how he looks, but once you start playing with him, you're like, yeah, this dude got a good knack for the game. Like, he's all right. He can
Yeah,
play. That's how Timmy
yeah.
is.
Facts. He is. Throw your whole visual off. You know what I'm saying? Headband.
Yeah, that's a fact though. I don't know. But
Yeah.
but then again, like you said, I mean, with Wolf being here, and I just don't see the Nets carrying four bigs.
Right.
With Wolf being here, that kind of virtue signals that Timmy might not be here.
Yeah.
And that's why I
Somebody ain't gonna
said
be here.
he might be one of the odd men out as far as him. I say Wilson because he just fell off the face of the fucking map last season, bro.
He
And
did.
we got so many fucking wings right now that I just don't see, like, where do you put him? Like, you got Zaire, you got MPJ, you got Noah Clowney. Like, when is he gonna play?
Right.
Like,
You got
and
Terrence Mann. Like, yeah,
Terrence
like,
Mann, like, so I mean, he seems like the odd man out to me when I
yeah,
look at it from that aspect.
yeah,
Um, I mean, the guard situation is kind of funky too. We got a lot of guards, so Tyrese,
yep.
being that we got a lot of guards and we drafted so many guards in this draft, that makes Keon and Tyrese liable not to be here as well. So I can see it from that aspect as well. So um, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting, man. But out of the four, Tyrese, Keon, Timmy, and Wilson, I think three of them is gonna be out of here.
Yeah.
Out of those four, I mean, however,
Yep.
however you slice it.
Yep. You're right. That's the way I'm looking at it too. Now you say I put Wilson in there, but I wasn't really focused on him. But now that you say that too, like I'm like, yeah, Wilson, Timmy, Tyrese, or Keon, like they gotta drop three. Then well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Those might be the guys, and it would be one man standing that's left. You know what I'm saying? To make the roster, whoever make it, they're gonna be in a tough situation anyways. Anybody situation. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta fight. You're gonna have to fight for your life in training camp, and you're gonna have to show Jordy and everybody else that you could. You know what I'm saying? That you want to be here. But bro, they put these dudes in a crazy situation. You know what I mean? In a crazy situation where you gotta be working on your craft. I seen Keon working out too. Keon, I was working out on his on ball creation, on ball shooting, working on his 3-pointer since it wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? He's been working on shooting threes.
I saw some joint when he had the hoodie on. Keon was giving dudes that work.
Oh,
He had the
that.
cut off hoodie on. I don't know what video that was, but he was giving them that work, bro.
Yeah. So they've been hooping. They've been doing anything in the off season. The only person I haven't seen yet is Claxton. I haven't seen Dayron off season hooping. I seen Noah Clowney.
Dayron,
He was
I don't mean to
getting,
cut you off, Ice, but Dayron looks good. Pause. You could tell like he's really worked on his body, as far as his
yeah,
diet and him slimming down. Yeah.
Dayron was doing Pilates.
Oh yeah,
Dayron's
and Cali, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I
strength,
remember seeing that shit too. Yeah, I saw that.
core strengthening. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was us? Oh, Claxton. I didn't see Claxton nowhere yet. And I seen Clowney. Clowney was building the gym in his house, you know what I'm saying, in his garage. So I know I ain't seen no training with him yet, but I seen him building the gym, so I know he hitting the weights, you know what I'm saying, in the off season.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know,
so
man. I mean, call me crazy. I'm excited for this year, bro. I mean, granted, like I know we ain't gonna win shit, but I'm just excited to see the player development side of the ball and see if these guys got any better. You know what I mean? And
mhm.
compare their previous stints up until now. I'm excited to see how they improve, if they
I'm with
improve.
you. I'm with you, Joey. I'm with you. Excitement is what I am. I'm not worried about a record. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see where this team is going. What visual the Nets, organization have that they trying to really get to. You know what I'm saying? You see how they drafted, you see the players we got on the roster, you know what I'm saying? Like how they transitioning into a winning, you know what I'm saying, a winning team, how they building a winning team. Like
Right.
I'm trying to
So
see the
I got a
masterpiece.
question for you, man.
Yeah.
And based off, I'm gonna put three names out there, and I want you to tell me who you think gonna take the biggest leap or this year coming up.
Uh-huh.
Claxton, Dayron, and Clowney. Out of those three, who gonna be like, yo, the surprise? You know what I mean?
They're on Clowney. I think Clowney. I think
Okay.
I want to say Clowney. Here's why, right? Because last year during the season, I started to see Clowney put the ball on the floor a little bit, and that was like his weakness when he came in. And he started to do a little in and outs. He would do a little moves between the legs during the season. And I was like, okay, so at least I know he's working on his, you know what I'm saying, on ball to, you know what I'm saying, he don't got to wait on the closeout. Now, this season, I want to see if he's going to take it a step further and actually create and get to the bucket himself, because he started getting downhill and then he started, you know what I'm saying, using the shoulder, trying to finish through contact, you know what I'm saying, try to get a little dunks here and there. So I'm trying to see if he going to open up that side of his game more, and then have us like, oh shit, like you know what I mean, like not like he ready, he about ready, because the 3-point shot is there. Um, so I'm gonna go with Clowney. I'm gonna go with Clowney on this one. What you think?
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go with Clowney too. I like Clowney, man. Like you said, the 3-point shot is there. He's proven that he can knock down a 3-pointer. Um, I want to see him be a little bit more as far as like standing up for himself. I don't want to see him getting bullied and stuff like that. I felt
Mm-hmm.
a lot that they picked on him a lot last year as far as when he was on defense. I do feel like he played decent defense. I felt like they caught a lot of petty shit on him.
Yeah.
But I just want him to get more mentally stronger, because you could tell when shit wasn't going his way, he kind of got rabbled really fast, really quickly when shit ain't going his way.
Yeah. I heard him talk about having to adjust his mind to position because they kept moving him from center to power forward, and he said that played a part in him not, you know what I'm saying, looking the way he's supposed to look on defense. So hopefully they don't really do that to him this year, and hopefully he get that all down. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he playing bad either. To me, like when people look at players, they just look at a moment and keep that moment forever. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, he played bad defense this game. Like, bro, it's only that game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or these games, he had moments where he didn't have had the defensive lapse. You know what I'm saying? And he said it himself. So I know that he knows what's going on and why he looking the way he doing, looking the way he's looking. and he knows that he has to fix that. But like me and you saying, like his three ball is there, the 3-point, he can shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? That's sealed, right? That skill is good for him. Off the dribble, creating, getting that hill, and actually showing that he's athletic. He can dunk on somebody. You know what I'm saying? He can catch a couple bodies this season. That will be exciting. That will send the fans through the roof. Like Clowney has arrived on a different level this time, and see how far he can get to. Because what is this? His second? This will be his second year. I think this will be his second year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his second year in the league, and he's taking steps like that to get where he need to go. I'm rocking with Clowney. You know what I'm saying? Forget about all that. He looks bad on defense bullshit. There's reasons for it. You got to look into the reasons. You got to watch the game. You got to listen to the after the game press conference when they're asking questions. You get some details out of that from players. You know what I mean? Sometimes they tell you what's going on. So I think Clowney might take another step up this season. I don't expect Claxton to really step up. Claxton been all right. People have been knocking him as well. I don't knock Claxton like that, but I do want to see Day'Ron probably get a little bit more minutes and see if he opens up his offensive game or his 3-point shooting got a little better. You know what I'm saying? And with all these passes we got, if both of them can get more lobs and more easier buckets, instead of having to fight for their life, you know what I'm saying, or create for themselves when they're not really them type of players. You know what I mean?
I agree with everything you said. I feel like Claxton, we know who he is, and I think he's hit his ceiling. I mean, you ain't gonna get too much more out of him than what we've already seen. Mm-hmm. I still think it's some left for Day'Ron though. I still think Day'Ron got some more ceiling to hit, and he just got to get the playing time, and I think he has the confidence, but I think he's eager to show what he can do. Eager to show that he's been working on his game, and I mean, I still think it's some untapped potential with Day'Ron.
Facts, I agree. So I'm gonna end it there, Joey. Y'all can find Notorious. You see the @ You can find them on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube. Tip Off from Brooklyn Net Podcast. You can find me on TikTok, where everything is rolling and blowing up over there. Appreciate you, Joey, for pulling up. Y'all know my motto. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to subscribe because I don't know anything. You heard? And we out.
All right. Peace.
All right.